One and only Tom Shaheen, President, Mississippi Lottery Corporation. Good morning, Tom. How are you, sir?
Good morning.
Man,
Very
it's a
well,
pleasure having you. I haven't seen you in a while.
No, we've been pretty busy.
Yep. Speaking of which, I don't know if the Lieutenant Governor was being optimistic, excuse me, but he said that, we've exceeded anybody's expectations. In due in part because of the people in the state, but also the way this thing was put together. So kudos to you, because this wasn't easy from the first day when wasn't even a seed in the ground, man. I mean, to forget about sprouting and retail establishments and everything else that had to happen. I have heard no glitches for the most part about this. And we are at $84 million. There's a cough button on here, too. Don't worry about it. It's called Mississippi Allergies, and there's some water in there, if you don't mind, Meg. Okay. Grabbing one. And I hope you can get back in. The handle is a little – you might, if she can't get back in, just double-check it, Perez. But $84 million so far, and we've got 4 months to go.
Yeah. It's really coming along well. I mean, you know, we've had our ups and downs with the virus.
I'm going to let you have a swallow of this one. And the lottery announced over the weekend or last week it plans to introduce the fourth draw-style game. And this is going to be called Mississippi Match 5. And it will start Wednesday of next month, April 28th. Is that April 28th?
Yes.
Next month. Mississippi Match 5 is a Mississippi in-state draw-style game. It's kind of like the lottery for only Mississippi.
Yes, it's a very small. It's not as big as a lotto game. You're only picking 5 numbers in a pool of 35. The odds of winning the top prize is 1 in 324,000. I know that sounds huge, and it is, but it's a lot smaller than the big.
Yes, so there's no power. There's no Powerball or Mega Ball in that one.
No, we just have have a multiplier feature that you can multiply. If you want to spend an additional $1, you could multiply any of the prizes except the top prize. The top prize rolls, but it doesn't multiply.
Top prize is 50,000.
Starts at 50 and keeps on rolling until somebody wins.
Same way it compiles.
Exactly.
It goes just like the other lottos.
And the only way anybody from another state can play is they'd have to come to Mississippi and buy it.
1 to 35, or opt for the quick pick option. What is the quick pick option? Oh, they can do it.
If you don't want to fill out the slip and play your own numbers, the terminal.
At what point do the retailers say, "Man, this is enough. We can't keep up with all these"?
You know, they're accepting everything as it comes, and part of the reason which the retailers totally understand, what the players sometimes have a hard time understanding, is why don't we rush all these things out there? Why has the lottery been up and selling for a year and a half, and you don't have all these games? Mm-hmm. And it's because you have to gradually roll it out. It's hard to fathom, but there's a lot of work going into just developing the games. We've been working on this Match 5 game now probably 5 months, you know, with everything that you have to do, software development and brochures and training and all types of things that have to go into this. So, yes, the retailers are liking it because we aren't rolling everything out too fast, and as they get to develop as retailers selling tickets, they're able to adjust their business accordingly.
Lieutenant Governor said a few moments ago, Tom, that he thought it would be $120 million by the end of the fiscal year.
He told me that in the hallway.
What did you say?
Well, you know, I said.
What was the conversation you guys had? Nobody's listening. Come on.
He said that you guys are doing a great job over there, and it looks like you'll do about $120 million this year. I said, well, you know, I'm. So a little bit of a different number than that.
What is your number?
Well, if we stay on pace right now, we're looking probably about $115 million.
Well, that's not too far off. Then you talk $115 million, you're talking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 5. That's education getting $45 million.
35, isn't it?
35?
I don't want to be a mathematician here. 80?
No, that's 35. You're right. 35 million. 35. Well, I'm glad it's education.
I don't want to say, when you say 45, then people are going to hear that.
Maybe the math teacher could give me some night school.
Then they're going to say, where's the $45 million? And all of a sudden, I'm not doing such a great job
that's
here.
Another $35 million for education, a possibility. So it has exceeded it. I think when we first started talking about this, people were saying, I remember we had people telling us, and even some legislators, we don't think it's going to take 5 or 6 years just to get up to that $80 million. So you guys have set the bar where education is going to get nothing.
Well,
and I think they underestimated that.
Yeah, I think we all did. You know, in my years, 33, I think, going on 34 years in the business. I was pleasantly surprised by the numbers here. One, I think a lot of people thought it might not do as well, okay, because you already had a couple border states with lotteries. Players sometimes
and household income,
and you have casinos here.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't know of any lottery that started up with casinos already in place. Maybe New Mexico, but I can't say for sure. I didn't do any research.
Well,
just memory.
The amount of money that's going to the road builders or roads and bridges and things such as that has been. I mean, people ask me about it. I said, yeah, there are roads that have been paved and bridges that have been fixed with this money already.
DOT's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, all kinds of projects in the works.
We don't hear about a lot of the winners there in Mississippi, but I noticed on a recent press release you had a Meridian player won on a Powerball ticket purchase from King City, Highway 39 North in Meridian. He won $100,000.
We actually had two winners of $100,000 for that drawing. The other one is not claimed yet, but yeah, we had two, and we've had several. I think we put out a press release, didn't we?
So all of our winners.
Mike too. She didn't pay her quarter, but now she did. Okay, go ahead.
All of our winners are online on our website.
Oh, are they? Okay.
They are under winners. And we typically, like in the press release, you're referencing.
Pull that a little bit closer to you.
In the press release,
Just
you're
bring it up
referencing. I did want to highlight some of our big winners that we've had most recently because it was, I guess it was last week. They were just coming in left and right. Richland
player won $20,000 on a 10-time the cash scratch-off game, $20,000. Vaden player won $20 on a 777 scratch-off. Loosedale player $20,000 on the Holiday Treasure scratch-off. $10,000 on a Jackson player on a Mississippi limited scratch-off game purchased in Jackson. $5,000 on a Kill Mississippi, and it goes on and on and on and on. But they are listed on the website.
Yeah.
You guys do not put on there cash out or cash option percentage, and I know some sites do, on the lottery. In other words, the lottery Powerball on Wednesday night is $220 million. What the cash option is on that one.
Yeah, that's probably something we could put.
It's always
on
interesting to the folks kind of like that. The Mega Millions tomorrow night is $122 million.
Yes.
What's the cash out or cash option on that one? But it's just one of the things I noticed that we didn't do that some of the other states do. Here's what worries me a little bit. I don't think people need, when they do the Powerball or the Mega Millions, they need to read the back of that, because I think I've thrown away a couple of tickets where you've hit one or two. But even if you hit one, there's some payment on that?
We've been trying to educate players a little more through
Don't be throwing these things away.
Right. We want to make sure people check their numbers, because even if you don't win the giant jackpot, you can still win these lower tiered prizes, which, these prizes could be $1 million or $2 million.
If you just hit one of the five, it